In this video, we'll be going over Cinema 4D's navigation and interface. So now open up Cinema 4D. So this is what Cinema 4D looks like. Right here, this big space is called the viewport. The viewport is a 2D rectangle that defines the size of the rendering surface onto which a 3D scene is projected. It's your window into the 3D space. Over here on the right, we have our object manager. This is the control center for all objects in the scene. It lists all the objects in your 3D scene. Down here is the attribute manager. This gives you quick access to almost every parameter in Cinema 4D, including the parameters of your objects, tools, tags, materials, and more. And if we go over here to the right and click, this is our layer manager. Your layer manager gives you a list of your layers in the scene. Layers are groups of scene items that can be controlled together. Objects on the same layer can be hidden, locked, or removed from the object list. Down at the bottom, we have our material manager. Your material manager is a list of materials in your scene. A thumbnail shows each material displayed on a sphere. Up here we have our create menu. This is a menu that contains most objects that can be created in Cinema 4D. Right here we have our tools menu. And this is a list of the last 8 tools you used. So it's an easy way to go back and reuse tools that you are using continuously. Now we're going to go over navigating our viewport. And so I'm just going to click up here to the cube and create an object so you can see what I'm doing. So for navigating your viewport, we have orbit, which you hold down Alt and then click down on your left mouse button. And so you're orbiting around the object. This allows you to see different sides of your object. Next we have pan, and you hold down Alt and middle mouse click, and then this lets you move your view from left to right. So you can see if there was another object right here, you can move it and view this object. And then we have zoom, which is Alt right mouse click. So you can zoom in and out if you need to get really into your object. If it's very intricate, you can zoom in and see your different details. You can also zoom by using your scroll wheel if you have a if you have a scroll wheel. And you can also turn that off. Our next tool is S. S is frame selected components. So now in object mode, it framed our object. If I add some components to this, I'll teach you about this later, but quickly for the navigation piece, if I go to face mode and click a face, if I press S, then it zooms in on that face. And then O is frame selected objects. So this is not a component tool, it's an object tool. So if you need to frame certain objects, you press O on your keyboard. And then our next tool is frame all, which is H. So I create another object, move it over and press H. I'm framing all of my objects. And if you want to go to the previous view, the shortcut for that is Control-Shift-Z. You can also get to that from view and undo view. And I can also redo the view with Control-Shift-Y or click this. And right now we're in our perspective view, But if you want to see your orthographic views as well, you can click down on your middle mouse button, and then you'll be able to see your top, front, and right view in addition to your perspective view. And then to zoom in on a view, you hover over that view and then click the middle mouse again. So you're always clicking back and forth between different views. And as far as workflow goes, one of the most important tools that you'll ever use is Control Z. Control Z is undo. So if you accidentally move this over here, Control Z to move it back. There are going to be much more detrimental things that you will do on accident, and Control Z will be your saving grace. Another very important thing for workflow is saving often. This is so important because 3D programs sometimes crash. So going to that file, save, or doing Control S as often as possible, especially after you do something anything major, or before you test something out, you want to make sure you hit Control S. Saving saves lives. And that's all we have for this video. Our next video will be creating and transforming objects.